Okay, so let's just look at the concept of the basic butterfly guard sweep. So now we've learnt those drills, just scoot back. On your knees. My hands are protecting my feet. Maybe starts to push in my shoulders. Again, my shoulders are in front of my hips, but now Lewis has given me an open elbow, so I'll be moving my butt in. Okay. So when I win the underhook, just turn this way, Lewis. The hand that wins the underhook, because it's no gi, okay, I'm going to reach as far as I can with my right hand, and it's going to try and grab nearly his left armpit. I also want a high elbow in no gi, so my right elbow is coming as high as I can. Okay. Probably the biggest mistakes people make is what they do with this arm. I see a lot of this where people are pushing an arm back. Obviously, I want to remove the frame that you can make on the hand to post. So I've seen a lot of this, and I've seen a lot of people pulling this arm to their body. The problem with that is, when I sit back, he can put weight on me, and actually he's flattening me out from there. And if I get somebody big and heavy, it's going to be very hard to sweep them when they've actually put their weight on me. So the detail is, when I get to here, okay, I don't push it away, and I don't pull it back this way. I actually push it inside. Okay, so my left hand pushes it to the inside. And now, my feet position, all I'm going to do is activate my right butterfly hook. I'm not falling onto my back, I'm falling onto my left shoulder. Okay, and I use my hook. My goal is to put Lewis on his back. So as I load him onto me, so that's the first initial thing, I'm loading him onto me. And then as I fall onto my side, I'm activating this hook to take him over. And then I get hip to hip. The solo drill for that, most of you guys know it, from this position here, it's just going onto my side. And there's only 3 parts of my body on the mat. My foot, my shoulder, and my head. Okay? So it's this action here that we want to be thinking about. I also want to be looking at the detail of the supporting leg and getting my knee off the mat. So let's look at that again. So, scoot forward a bit. Oh, sorry, that way. So we're playing the game. Okay, Lewis wants to get me on my back. Starts pushing on my shoulders. The minute I make that decision to come in, even though I'm giving him an open elbow, it's on my terms. And I'm already getting my head to the opposite side of the underhook. Okay. I want my head to the side that I'm going to sweep him. My right hand makes the grip under the armpit. I have a high elbow, and now this hand is pushing his elbow inside. Now when I lift my butterfly hook, watch what I'm doing with this knee, okay? I want to get my hips as high as I can. So as I fall onto my side and load the weight onto me first, I'm falling onto my left shoulder. And my goal is to put him on my back as I get hip to hip. So I'm putting my hip on his hip, and now I've won the underhook. I'm straight into my broken scarf control. So again, so Lewis wants to try and get me on my back, get me on my shoulders. When the moment's right, I get as close as I can. So we're in the closest range now. I get my head to the opposite side of the underhook. Underhook hand is high, elbow high, and the detail is I'm pushing the elbow inside. Okay. And then I load his weight onto me initially, but once I feel his weight going onto me, my goal is to redirect that energy and put him on his back. So I'm falling onto my left shoulder as I activate my right butterfly hook, but my left knee is on the mat. Now sometimes in the process of sweeping someone, you might get snagged in half guard. So I could end up here. Again, that'll be another battle you'll have to get into, but at least you're on top. Let's do that again. So he's trying to get my back on the mat, pushing on my shoulders. I get inside, activate my hook. One more detail on the knee positioning. There is a lot in this, and you kind of want to play around with the sweep. Even though it's the most basic in the butterfly guard system, there is a lot of small details in it. And if you don't pay attention to those details, sometimes that's why the sweep doesn't work so much. So Lewis is playing butterfly guard. He's doing everything we've taught him so far. So I'm trying to get his back in the mat. His hands are monitoring that space. Maybe I get past his hands, starting to push in his shoulders. He wins the underhook. He scoots in, gets close. He's got his head in the right position. He's pushing that elbow in. But as he falls onto the side, what I can actually do is I can sprawl out and my knees come off the mat. Now look what's happening to his right knee. If I actually turn my hip, I can smash his knees down, win the underhook, and I can get into the side smash position where I can split his legs, windshield wiper, and start to flatten him out. So, the goal of the butterfly guard hook, I've got to keep my knee to the outside and I've got to keep my knee straight up in the air. So let's just go from this angle. So I'm playing butterfly guard, you're in your knees. So we're playing the game. He's trying to get me flat on my back. My hands are controlling that inside space. Once I get inside, okay, and I get my head to the right side and I get my underhook in the right position and I'm about to launch him, from here, the detail of this knee, my right knee can never come inside. And it's always pointing straight up in the air just until I'm about to put him flat on his back. I can never, because what happens is if he sprawls out in this leg, when I actually go to sweep him, my knee can come to the inside and that's a big mistake that we're going to make. So we want to make sure that that knee is staying to the outside the whole time. And that when I end up here, okay, and I go to hit the sweep, it's there until I get hit the hip. And then I'm in. So, using the concepts that we did in the last 3 techniques, adding in then the butterfly guard sweep. So the drill is, it's the same thing. This wants to get me flat on my back, either lifting my feet or pushing on my shoulders. I want to concentrate on keeping my hands in front. He starts pushing on my shoulders and keeping my elbows tucked to the inside so I can win this underhook. And then my goal is not just to stay here now, because we want to build and get better at this. From this position, I launch the sweep straight away. Now, from here, and we'll look at this in future classes, there's a lot of things he can do from here. So I never want to hang out here. I never want to go right, well, I have him now, because in a second I could have lost this position. So we want to be aware of the minute I get into this position, it's go time. I'm immediately loading him and putting that sweep. We do not want to hang out in that position, because you'll find in later classes there's a lot of things that your opponent can do from that position. So the minute you win that underhook and you have all the little details in place, you just launch the sweep straight away. And then we'll look at his reactions, which will, you know, make you decide to go down another path. So one more time on that. He's trying to get me flat on my back, controlling that space. When the moment's right, I win the underhook. And I'm not trying to kill him under it either. So, that's the next drill.